want to win. And that's because you're not telling people what you do. So flip the screen, tell people what you want to do, tell people how you can help them, and then ask them to contact you so that you can help them. You have to be brave.
Oh. Debbie.
Oh,
that comes okay.
just to
I
prove
just
that it's not like a
realized,
backdrop that I've
yes.
made up.
Yeah, I just realized now we are going live. So we have to restart. If you don't mind, we restart from the beginning again because it's not recorded. So
It says on here from the
sorry
screen.
for I never pressed the button
What?
as this is my first time doing YouTube live. So so yeah, we have
Okay,
to
do the
restart.
introduction.
We have to restart again, and
Are we live now then? Should we just carry
let's
on?
yes, yeah. Can and let me let me introduce who is Debbie Bryan. Today I have Debbie Bryan from Swindon on my show. A big warm welcome. And Debbie is an award-winning leadership expert, internationally acclaimed TEDx speaker, best-selling author, and speaker mentor who has defied the odds, emerging not only as a beacon of resilience but also as a leader in her field. Through her recent TEDx talk, Turning Impossible into I Am Possible, Debbie Bryan shares her inspiring journey of overcoming adversity, transforming her life, and empowering others to do the same. So, the first question I have for you is how you're able to step into a breakthrough.
So, thank you for inviting me on the show, and we're now live. So
Now
I'm
we are
coming to you
live.
from Mallorca. Yeah, we're now live. So I'm coming to you from Mallorca, not Debbie from Swindon today. I'm Debbie from Mallorca. So this is a live background, not a screen or YouTube or whatever. How you step into a breakthrough is you step forward. So I think life is about taking chances. It's about knowing where you want to go and making some actions that step towards that and being very, very directional on where you want to go. And that's easy to say because now I know where I want to go. But have you gone? I'll keep going. Or you're back. Yeah, so that's easy to say because I know what direction I want to go into, but it took me a while to find that direction. And I think sometimes that's what needs to happen. In terms of a breakthrough is doing something that feels really comfortable and really passionate and really the real you, that sits with your values, that sits with something that's very authentic about it. If you get out of bed buzzing in the morning and you love what you're about to do, then your breakthrough's there.
Yeah, and how you gain clarity of what you love doing.
It's that same thing, really. Is I love being on stage. I love being on the stage, and I love helping other people to be more confident speakers. I've been a coach for 25 years. So I've always helped people to be better in their job, and I suppose I discovered the love of speaking 2 years ago. I was a terrible speaker, and I was too shy. I was too scared to go on the stage. Who's going to listen to Debbie from Swindon? And I had to overcome that. And then when I did the TED Talk earlier in the year, I realised that a lot of people want to speak and want to be heard in their business and stop being a best kept secret, but don't know how to. So I set up a speaker academy, of which you're one of my members. Speaker academy to create more confident speakers, and I think that's so important. If you're heard and you can talk about what you do and how you help other people and what they need to do to get the help from you, then that will give the clarity to both to you and to your client.
Yeah, and the third question for you is what is the takeaway for our viewers?
So the takeaway is to be very, very authentic in what you're offering. Understand how you can help somebody else. So sometimes we get really tied up in what we can do and what it means to us. Like I really like helping people, etc. I find I really love helping people to be more confident speakers because when they go to a networking, they're terrified that they're going to speak to someone or they're not effectively networking. People walk away and don't understand what they mean or what they're doing. And so the takeaway is to get very clear on your message. Number one, who are you? Number two is how can you help a person? And number three is once they know how they can help you, how do they get hold of you? How do they actually manage to work with you? And what does that look like? And be very focused on the results that you're offering to get for that person, and be able to do that in 15 minutes. So I have a 15-minute method, which is a client attraction method, where you just speak for 15 minutes and you gain authority, you give people the knowledge of what it is that you can do to help them and also how they can work with you. And if you can do that in 15 minutes at a networking, on a stage, if you're having a discovery call with somebody, then you'll find that the difference is that you start attracting people to you that are clients that want what you do. And so life becomes easier.
And perhaps you'd like to share how you actually get onto the TEDx stage.
So how you get on the TEDx stage, there's various different ways to do it. I teach this to my one-to-one clients. You have to have a social presence. You have to have an idea that's worth sharing. So that's the main thing, is you have an idea that's worth sharing. You only get 15 minutes for a TED Talk, no more than 15, sometimes 18, but most of them are 15 minutes. So I go back to being able to say what you need to say in 15 minutes it's so powerful. And then once you've got the idea worth sharing, once you can understand how you can get it in, just proving that this is not a backdrop. I am literally sitting in a marina. Where's that coming from? Don't know. Then apply for the TED. Go and find a TED that suits you, that fits your criteria. Mine was Rising Phoenix, and so for Rising Phoenix, obviously I was overcoming something, being able to walk again, being able to ride around India, not being in a wheelchair. So I fitted that criteria. So it was an easy solution for the person who's selecting the TED. If you think of the TED people, when they open the applications, they get 500 applicants, and they have to sort through those 500 applicants. So your idea that is worth sharing, or your story, has to stand out. It has to stand out. So I guess it's that. Go through the process. Come and join on some of my webinars. I do a couple of webinars a month where we talk about that and what they're looking for. Or book a call with me and just go to debbiebryan.com, book a call, and we can talk about if you have TED ambitions.
Yeah, being on a TEDx stage, it is nerve-wracking.
It's a life changer. I never expected it to be a proper life changer as much. I thought it would be something that was recognized, and for me it was a big deal, but I didn't realize that I would walk down the road and my neighbors would come out and shake my hand, or that I would go into my local pub and that people would come over to me and shake my hand and say congratulations, well done. It's the most recognized thing that I've ever done. And I've spoken in the House of Lords after the TED Talk. That's what came from the House of Lords. Being here is come from the TED Talk. Being asked to come onto a super yacht as a business owner and speak to influencers, celebrities, other business owners about motivation and stepping forward and helping this cause that we're here for today would not have happened without TED. Lots of the things, the books wouldn't have happened. I've just today been asked to be a co-host of a TV show. And the next stage for me is TV show, Manifestation here. And so just literally sitting downstairs, I'm just having a conversation about my own TV show where I interview people on Sky TV.
That's amazing.
I know. That's top secret. That's not even come out yet. So that's the first person is such. But it's opened the doors. And it opened the doors because I'll tell you what happened is I had some TED applications which I didn't complete, 3 of them, and they didn't work on a location and a timing. And then one came through, and I just thought, you know what, Deb, if you don't fill in the damn form, it's definitely a no. So I filled the form in, and then that's the story. I got my TED from there. So I guess the takeaway would be take the chance and apply. What have you got to lose? It doesn't cost any money.
That's right.
Step up.
Yes.
Step up.
You have been telling us in the WhatsApp group chat, just take the chance.
Just apply. Magazine articles I've given you, webinars that I've given you, summits that I've given you, and then nobody does anything. And I'm like, wow, apply. Because if you apply, you don't know.
Yeah.
You asked me last August what my year would look like for the
Mm.
past year. If you asked me last year what my year would look like, I could not have told you any of the things that have happened. I hadn't applied for the TED at that time. I hadn't set up the Speaker Academy to help other people to be speakers. I hadn't spoke at the House of Lords. I hadn't won the awards. I've been nominated for a Speaker of the Year award. I've been nominated for a Coach of the Year, Role Model of the Year. Hadn't done any of those things. My 2 best-selling books, which I am co-authors, one with Ken Honda and another one with Queens in Business, a PR company. Both of those went to Amazon as bestsellers. That hasn't happened. I've been on radio shows. I have my own radio show, and now I'm about to have my own TV show. That hasn't happened. So you just don't know what the future is. But if you don't step up and take the opportunities and become a yes person and start saying yes to some of the stuff coming your way, then they won't happen. If I hadn't filled that form in, if I'd have gone, oh, not ready for it, it's too big, what would happen? Nothing. I'd still be where I was.
So true. That is so true. And basically, it's like for me, I personally I step into a huge transformation of my life, and I
Mm-hmm.
never expect that in April I have to shift location, and now I have to shift even further. And this
Well,
huge
you're
shift,
a perfect example of somebody that I wouldn't be
yeah.
working with if I didn't have the TED, because that's what attracted you.
Yeah, and this huge shift really make me wonder because it's like I'm like going back to the place I was before,
But
but
you're not going back as the same person.
exactly, it's like within me I travel a million miles and I'm at the same spot that I was before, and that is really a bizarre feeling.
If you were to go look up storytelling, you go look up the hero's journey, that is what you've experienced is very similar to the hero's journey. So where you are somewhere and then you're forced out of your comfort place and you have to go on this journey, and then it becomes tough and you don't want to do it, and then you win and you end up coming back home, and that's kind of what's happened to you. You should do a live on here and tell people your story, but that's kind of what's happened to you. So sometimes everything has to just go, oh my God, this is horrendous, for the good stuff to come, to make the
Yes,
space for the good stuff. Sometimes you have to
that's
sweep that
right.
out.
That's
So
right.
thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me on today.
You're
I'm going to go
welcome.
before another boat decides they're waiting to
Yeah.
come up here and make it all lovely for our event tomorrow. So I've already shooed a couple of people away, so I can't keep the workforce away. Um,
Okay.
I'm going to
Yes.
move my head so you can just see my beautiful view. Beautiful
Yes.
view today.
It is beautiful.
And
Yeah. And
but that's
thank you for coming
not
on
luck;
to the
it's
show.
consistency.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on to the show. And yes, and I wish you a wonderful day.
And you. Thank you so much. Hey, see you
Yeah.
later.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Descend to maintain 2074.
Who am I?
Comet 504, descend to maintain 3000. 3000, Comet 504. And for Captain 724 is our crafting about our...
In my 20s, I dream of flying a plane. Due to having glasses, I thought it's not possible. In mid-2016, I started to have foggy vision. After I checked out, the doctor said I have cataract in both my eyes. Wow! I really never expect this. I felt like taking a trip to the moon, jumping up and down. I'm filled with excitement. But the unexpected turns out into my reality. The cold, hard truth. I need to step into divorce. My mom said her final goodbye, and my family broke apart. I stepped into a solitude journey. This is the best journey I ever experienced. It was super challenging. My achievement, the award-winning author, from housewife to pilot, the beginning.
Comet 504, descend to maintain 3000. 3000, Comet 504.
I'm Keiko. I'm here holding your hands, guiding you every steps to discover your potential, harness that energy, bring it to your reality, and make your dreams come true.
Comet 504, we speed of 170 per tower space. You get following a Boeing 727, 1 o'clock, 6 miles right base, sending out at 3500.